Hey, Austin.
Hey, Trey.
Hey, guess what?
What?
We're going to do a SeatGeek ad.
Oh, yeah? You didn't like the last one we just tried to do?
No, I didn't.
Well, my name is Joe Q StubHub, and maybe you could convince me.
Look, Joe Q StubHub, buying tickets has been a confusing process for a long time.
That's what we do over at StubHub.
You make it tough for the people, but SeatGeek, they're different, Mr. StubHub man. Okay?
Well, that's why they make a lot of money.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, they've come along and made a great app. SeatGeek is always the first place I look for tickets, okay? Not one of you who are trying to shamboozle and wabizzle people.
Look, we offer a confusing and expensive experience.
Right, which isn't what people want, man. I got the SeatGeek app on my phone, and I used it the other day to buy tickets for said insert concert game here, and everything about SeatGeek is designed to make life easier for sports and music fans.
Well, if you want convenience, then the times sure have changed. I don't know what people want anymore.
Well, look, okay, SeatGeek does all the price comparisons for you by searching multiple ticket sites and ensuring that you get the best possible deal for your dollar. SeatGeek does all the work. And you save time and money, Mr. StubHub.
All right, you've convinced me.
Good. Best of all, for listeners of Super GamesCast 64, they get a $20 rebate off their first SeatGeek purchase. Download SeatGeek app, go to the settings tab and hit a promo code and enter the promo code SUPER. And SeatGeek will send you a $20 rebate after you've made your first ticket purchase.
Pretty rad.
Download the SeatGeek today.
Yep.
And do it.
Yeah.
Just
Here's what I do.
Yeah.
I find tickets for under $20, and then I scam the hell out of them, and they got to send me money.
That's not what SeatGeek's about. SeatGeek's about helping
SeatGeek will fill your pockets. That's their tagline.
Yeah. SeatGeek. Just do it.
Okay.
Hey, everybody, this is Nolan North, and I've already stopped listening to Super GameCast 64. You should, too.
Let's go.
I missed you, Austin. Seems
where
like
you
it's
been?
been a while. How you been?
Only been 1 week.
It has?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been 1 week since you looked at me. Remember that song from the Bare Naked Ladies?
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to listen to that because of their name.
Yeah. Parents thought it was porn?
No, my parents wanted me to be gay, and so they didn't let me listen to any naked ladies.
Why do they want you to be gay?
Because they wanted me to be a civil rights pioneer of the new millennium.
Well, you kind of are.
I know.
You went to a Bernie rally with Adam,
I'm
right?
an advocate for the gay.
You are? Well, I think we all are. We're all pro-gay here,
No, me.
I think Super Cast 64 is pro-gay.
My rebelliousness overshadows or outweighs my love for the gay, so I hate gay now.
You hate the gay now?
Yeah, you
That's
heard
unfortunate.
it from me. You heard it here first.
Okay, Austin hates gay. Do you want this in the podcast?
Yeah.
Are we rolling?
Are we rolling?
We're rolling. Did you want that in there?
I don't want people to know that I'm straight.
Oh, okay. We won't tell them.
Good.
Just don't show up with Ariel anywhere. You should be good.
She's a Taiwanese lady boy, by the way.
Well, she really has great makeup because I can't tell.
Exactly.
Yeah. She really does it well. That red hair she has really fools you, know?
She's Caucasian, but she's from Taiwan.
Oh, okay. And
Yeah.
she's a lady boy from Taiwan.
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry, Ariel, if you're listening right now.
Why? That's who she is.
Okay.
And you know she's not listening.
No, she's definitely not listening.
Watch this be the one episode she listens to, and then she gets sent back to Taiwan.
She gets sent back for listening to this podcast?
Well, she sends herself back.
What?
She's so fed up.
She's just fed up with your shit.
Yeah. She's fed up with our capitalist ways.
You and Nate Worm going hard.
Man, I haven't seen Nate Worm in 2 days.
What's he been doing?
I don't know. Well, I can wager a pretty good guess, probably sitting in his brown chair and watching Treehouse Masters.
Treehouse Masters.
It's either that or Rules of Engagement.
Here's the thing. Every time I've seen Nate, he's been drunk. So I don't...
Well, yeah, on the weekends he gets drunk.
Okay.
On the weekdays, he acts like a 60-year-old housefrau.
Okay. That makes sense, I guess. Because I just don't see it. But I'm not around. You guys are roommates. You're always around each other.
I'm never home, though.
What's your roommate? What was your roommate situation in college?
Adam.
Just Adam, even in the
Basically.
dorms.
So Adam and I lived together freshman year.
Mm-hmm.
In a dorm. My dad worked at UNT, so he pulled some strings, got us in
Ah.
the senior dorm.
Okay.
So we got these like sweet single rooms. We
Uh-huh.
weren't like together. Had some hot senior babes
Yeah.
down the way.
Mm-hmm.
And then sophomore year, I moved in with a girl named Lauren, and then she moved out after like a year, and Adam moved in. We stayed there for 3 years
Oh,
in an
wow.
apartment.
Okay.
And then I moved back home for like 2 years, and then Adam moved in with David to a place for a while, and then Adam, David, and I moved into a place.
Mm-hmm.
Now I live with Nate Worm.
Nate Worm.
Mm-hmm.
And Adam lives with his wife
Yep.
or girlfriend,
girlf.
wife. Is he ever going to get married?
I mean, we're all gonna die before that happens.
Who gets married first, you and Ariel or Adam and Gina?
Probably Adam and Gina.
Yeah.
He's got babies on the mind. I'll just say that.
Oh, really?
No, I don't know.
No.
Maybe.
Was Spencer the first of your friends to get married?
No, actually, we had a friend who had an accident baby,
Mm.
and then that led to I don't want to say forced marriage, but
Sure, a shotgun wedding. Let's
no,
get
but
her-
that still sounds forced. It was just kind of well, we probably should.
Yeah. Okay.
It was a convenience wedding. you know?
Yeah. Makes sense. You gotta have those sometimes. Well,
Exactly.
Exactly. Well, if you didn't know, this is Super GamesCast 64, the Blowout Network podcast show where we talk about video
Video
games. Speaking of that voice, I know this is a game podcast, but I did finish Fargo Season 3.
Mr. Stassi.
Man, he was so good.
He was written so well.
Yes.
And
It
David
was such
Thewlis
a weird character.
played him very well.
Like, I don't think I've seen a character like that before.
I've never had a character like revolt me so bad.
Yeah, like just so gross. How do you wear those teeth? Like, how does that
No.
work? I've always wondered that with prosthetic teeth
Yeah.
because you got to put it over your teeth.
They're probably very thin veneers, and you probably have to wear them the entire period of time you're shooting.
But the thing is though, those teeth that they would look like buck teeth because you put the gums would go over. I guess I don't know.
If they're really thin, like dentist level
Mhm.
veneers, you can make them look
Yeah,
fucked up.
fucked up. Yeah, that was great.
That's gross.
That was a good show. I don't know. I don't think it was my favorite season, but it was still pretty good.
I think the main reason is I really enjoyed it, but it definitely was the weakest of the three. And I think it's because there wasn't really a sympathetic main character.
Sure.
Because you had Lester and you had
I don't think Lester was sympathetic.
not Lester, sorry. What was Martin Freeman's character?
Well, that was Lester Nygaard, yeah. Martin Freeman was Lester
Yeah.
Nygaard. I didn't think he was sympathetic, though.
But you rooted for him, you know? You kind of
I
felt
don't know
pity
if I
on
rooted
him.
for him. I felt pity for him. I
Right.
didn't root for
There
him.
wasn't really a character. I guess Ray is the closest you could get to in this season, but then spoiler alert, he dies halfway through,
Mm-hmm.
and you
Even
don't really
Ray's
have
a piece of crap. Well, that's the thing about Fargo is the cool, and it's with the movie as well, is they're all just regular people put in just dire circumstances, and they're all, for the most part, kind of weak-minded people. You had Colin Hanks in the first season. Colin Hanks was probably the most, besides the cop, was the most relatable. I also think that the season or the third season suffered from too much of a lieutenant who's trying to do her best, and the people upstairs just will not even listen to her.
Yeah.
I thought that was like too much.
Uh-huh.
You know, that becomes a cliche after a while. I thought the first season did it well with what's his name, Saul Goodman. What's the guy's name in real life?
Bob Odenkirk?
Yeah, Bob Odenkirk. I think he did a good job because he played that character, but he played it in a way where he was doing it out of like love. He was doing it out of, hey, you know what, this guy, he's just leave him alone. It's all gonna be all right. He's ignorant. He's not a jerk about it. Like I felt like this
Right.
season it was more of the just asshole ignorant cop who can't. He just wants to get this thing done, and he's not even gonna listen to what she says. First season it was more like he was more just kind of. he was sympathetic almost. Like he was
Yeah.
ignorant and kind of dumb, but he was kind of lovable and nice about everything, and he had a good heart. I don't know.
I agree.
Sure.
Adam made a good point. He said there wasn't really a character that a character you rooted for that stood out. Because in the second season you had Mike, and then in the first season you had I think what's Billy Bob Thornton's name? Salvo.
Yeah, I think it was like Salva.
Something like that. Anyway,
Yeah.
you
Well, he was a great villain.
you kind of liked those guys,
Yeah.
even though they were villains and anti-heroes, and you wanted them to succeed. But Varga in this one was just completely revolting.
Yeah.
And you wanted him to die.
Mm-hmm.
The thing I think that made it not as enjoyable was there wasn't a. So the three primary.
I also think Carrie Coon is great,
Mhm.
but she's amazing. I love her, but I don't know how likable she was as that.
Her character didn't really have a flaw.
Yes.
She
Yeah.
was too good.
Uh-huh.
So of the three main characters, you got Lester. I guess
Would Lester be it would be the female cop and all, like the.
he's like the central character. He's the guy who kind of starts the story.
Yeah.
I feel like he's the central kind of sympathetic figure. In the second season, it's the police officer.
Yeah, it's
What's his name?
I don't know, but he's
Played
in
by
like every
Patrick-
horror movie.
Yeah. And then in the third season, I think it's supposed to be Emmett. But Emmett comes off not sympathetic enough.
No.
You don't really feel bad for him. He's super rich. He's kind of a butthole at times, even
Mhm.
though he can be nice. But there's no one you're ever really rooting for because
Yeah.
Carrie Coon's character wasn't realistic enough.
Mhm.
I feel like
I guess
Emmett-
the girlfriend, after a while, the girlfriend becomes that character, kind of.
Yeah, Ray and the girlfriend were the most
Yeah.
sympathetic.
Even though I kind of didn't like Ray either. I thought he was just a whiner. He was a baby, I thought. Like, just whining.
yeah, he was, but you felt bad for him.
Yeah.
You felt no pity for Emmett
Right.
because he kind of got himself into the situation and he
I felt bad for his partner. Who got frickin'
had
abused.
to drink the dick.
Yeah, drink the dick urine.
But I mean,
Yeah.
overall, still enjoyable
Yeah.
season.
Yeah, it was fun to watch.
Anything with Mary Elizabeth Winstead's butt in it, I'm all in. Trey,
yeah.
I like that butt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I like the
Hey.
ending too. And it kind of dealt with the whole fake news kind of, things are just kind of true because there's the truth and then there's what they tell you is the truth.
Right.
And I really like the ending where you don't know what's going to happen to Varga. Inception.
What do you think happened?
It doesn't matter what happened.
But what do you think happened? You had to have had some opinion on it.
Well, I felt like nothing happened. It's Schrodinger's cat. I can't pronounce the name.
Schrodinger's cat.
Yeah, it's
But in your
both
world,
dead and alive. Both things happened.
in your head universe, in your fictional universe,
If I wrote it,
if that universe carried on, what do
he
you
would
think?
go free.
Not if you wrote it, not what you want happened.
Okay.
Based on your experiences and your thoughts and everything that is Trey, and after watching the season, what do you think happened? Do you think that Varga's life philosophy is more accurate than Gloria? That was her.
That he just goes free?
He'll find a way to go free.
I think that's what happens in real life, though. I don't think you always catch the bad guy. I think these bad people go and they thrive and they sneak out of things. It's not all wrapped up. I think that's what would happen. I mean, I would like to think it's the opposite and he goes to prison and, but I think he goes free. I would like to think he doesn't, but he probably does.
I just don't see how he has any way out of that jam.
That too, though. It's like they have so much evidence on him.
He has nobody to contact also.
Yeah.
Like once he's in custody, he's in custody.
And they didn't. It seemed like he was the top dog. There wasn't anyone really above him.
Right.
To be like, oh, he wasn't working for anyone but himself.
Yeah, because that was kind of his whole philosophy. Was it's dog eat dog.
Yeah. So I could see also that he goes, but I'm glad that they left it ambiguous.
But when the minorities.
When did he say that?
through,
Because I forgot when he said that. Was it the
about
first few
halfway
episodes?
through the series, he's
I never heard the minorities thing.
It's the first time that he kind of reveals that he's not just there to like fuck Emmett over and take his money. He's there because he's like, it's the first time you realize that he thinks that something is happening in the world and that he needs to protect himself. And it's the first time you kind of realize he's a conspiracy guy, conspiracy nut. And he takes Emmett into Emmett's office and explains like, hey, we're in this together and we're making all this money because the minorities are coming. So,
yeah, he's an interesting character. I've not seen a character like that. Very interesting character. So, this is Super GamesCast 64, a video game podcast, and we've talked about Fargo for 18 minutes. What have you been playing?
I mean, what am I playing currently right now? Stardew Valley. I've literally played nothing but Stardew Valley since Thursday.
All right. How you liking it on the Swatch?
Oh my god, I think I played it so much yesterday. I had a horrible like headache all day today, and my eyes because the screen is small on here, and you can't play it for 6 hours like I did, and so I guess that's a good sign.
Sure.
It's fall right now. There's only a week left in fall.
Yeah.
I got to get my golden pumpkin yummers down down to Pierre's and sell them.
Oh.
Yeah.
There you go.
And I just sent you the cash. Because it's a little birthday present from me to you.
Little half
Stardew
birthday
Valley.
present.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and I got 7 hearts with Emily right now. So
nice.
I'm going to go give her some wool. I know she likes wool.
Yeah.
So hopefully that'll.
Well, is that a euphemism?
No, I know she likes wool.
Okay.
I'm going to give her some.
Oh, that's a very nice thing for you to do, Austin.
Thank you.
Yes.
Kind of my virtual girlfriend.
Ooh, just like, you know.
Yeah.
Never mind. Forget it. I said that.
No. I know.
Yeah. It's like a life imitating art. You know?
Yeah.
So just Stardew Valley?
Yep.
Anything else on the horizon you want to play? Or that you want to end backlog?
Mario in 2 weeks.
Yeah? You don't really have a backlog, do you?
No. Because I only play one game at a time, and I don't go out and get another one until I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the games I play don't have goals. So like if City Skylines was on my backlog and I played that for a few weeks while I played other games, and then I just kind of dropped it.
Yeah.
Same with Civ. Like if I'm playing a story oriented game, that's all I'll do. So like once Mario is here, I'll probably put a pause on Stardew Valley till I finish Mario, and then I'll jump back on this.
Mm-hmm. I mean, how many games a year do you say you play? Like, do you kind of go back to one game or?
Yeah, I don't jump really that much. I don't play a little bit of a lot of games. I'll play a game for a month or two and then go to the next one. So, I mean, including like small side games like Pokemon Go and stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe like 20, 25.
Yeah. All right.
You know, maybe some Soltar here and there.
Soltar.
Yeah.
Do you ever try to find yourself? Never can.
No, I don't.
Do you think you're that famous now that you can find yourself?
In what?
In Soltar? Is that the one where you have to guess the name? Or am I thinking of something else?
Soltar's the card game where you black and red.
Sorry.
You gotta stack them.
No, I'm thinking of something else. It's like this game where it's a genie and he has to guess the person you're thinking of.
Oh, the Amazing Zoltar.
Zoltar, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's it. You can find Austin Guttery on there.
Yep.
From Super GamesCast 64 fame.
That's me. Famous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have too big of a backlog, and I don't really spend my time wisely getting that done.
You know what I say? Drop it.
Well, it's not even. It's. I've dropped a lot of games, but it's like there are games that I want to do for a video. There are games that I want to play for 2017 when we talk about Game of the Year stuff, because there's still a lot of stuff this year I haven't played. Then there's stuff that I kind of just want to play because I'm interested in playing, and I haven't touched it, or like Batman Arkham City and Wolfenstein and a whole bunch of other games I'm kind of trying to play. But, I mean, there's a bunch of stuff where I had on my backlog that I've just said, no, I'm never going to touch that.
Yeah, just forget your backlog and only look forward. Say, from here on out, I'm playing this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm done with it. I'm going to play a new thing. I'm done with it. I'm playing a new thing. And if you have nothing coming up on your horizon, Zero Dawn, go back and grab something out of that toy chest.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's tough because there's just so many games out there. I can't decide, like,
Yeah.
what should I do now to best use of my time? Because, like, Batman Arkham City, if I just play that right now, well, then there's Mario coming out.
Mm-hmm.
There's a whole bunch of games this year that I still haven't touched. I probably should play some more PUBG. I probably should play some more Overwatch.
Yeah.
Then Star Wars Battlefront comes out. Then Stick of Truth or Fractured But Whole comes out. So it's like, well, do I just focus on one thing or do I need to focus on a whole bunch of things?
I would just say whatever you feel like playing, follow your heart.
Okay.
That's how you'll be the happiest.
Mhm.
Because like, you can go play a game you don't really feel like playing, and yeah, you'll knock it off your list. But you enjoy your time. You don't get your time back, Trey.
I just saw the computer here has pop-up windows of Yahoo, and I saw Trump signing something. So I had to look, and I was kind of scared. It's so scary now.
I know.
To see.
What's he taking away now?
I don't know. It's a little frightening. We'll talk about that.
About an hour ago,
later.
he signed away some, I don't know, something.
Yeah. I played a little bit of the SNES Classic. I played some Mario World and kind of dabbled in a little bit of Street Fighter.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to play Link to the Past. I just want to wait to find a good time to play that. I
Played
kind of
about
maybe
half
want
of
to
it.
stream it. Yeah? How long of a game is it?
Normal Zelda length, If
Mhm.
you really take your time, you could probably play it for a month.
Okay.
Um,
What if I don't want to take my time?
You could probably blast through it in a week.
Okay. And Mario World as well. I want to beat that finally. I don't think I've ever beaten it. I'd like to
Tough.
beat it. It is a tough game.
It's a toughie.
It's toughy. That's the toughie.
That's
And-
tough.
And then today I played some Wolfenstein: The New Order.
Mm-hmm.
I played about an hour of that. I don't know if I like first-person shooters, man. I mean, I like
Yeah.
it. It's cool, but it's just so linear. You're
Yeah.
just shooting. It's just there's not much else to it. I mean, it's pretty cool. I'm at the very beginning, and I've heard that the beginning is really it was kind of bad. So maybe I just need to like go through it and
Mhm.
play it. But I don't know. There's something about there was the same way with Battlefront 2 years ago or last year, where I was just like, okay, well, I get it. It's fun. It's very good gameplay. It's just very linear.
Yeah.
And I know I'm a big fan of story-based games like Uncharted, but it's a little different. I don't know why, but that's linear, but it was kind of different.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I'll play it though. I mean, I like BioShock, and that's a
that's
first-person shooter.
very linear, but that's very engaging,
Atmospheric, yeah.
very rich, and it's not just a run and gun.
Yeah,
It's-
exactly.
You can stealth it up.
But
you
you
know?
can kind of stealth up in
You
Wolfenstein.
can zap people.
Yeah. But it's cool though. I like playing Wolfenstein because I feel
Well,
like I'm doing the thing
Yeah,
people are talking about all the time,
I know. Yeah, I know.
You know?
Yeah, I'm aware.
So,
Yep.
loot boxes, man.
Yeah, what about them?
So I guess there's been some controversy with loot boxes this year. That seems like it's the big talking point of, topics. Big talking point of topics, Austin.
Right.
People are up in arms. They're pissed off.
Oh, yeah?
Having to buy all these damn loot boxes.
Hey, that's the way the world works now. You just need to get with the times, old man.
So Shadow of Mordor, or what was it? Shadow of War?
I think it's Mordor Shadow of
Mordor
War.
Shadow
I
of
don't know.
Mordor. They have loot boxes that are play to win,
Uh-huh.
kind of. I guess a lot of, if you don't know what loot boxes are, they are sort of like getting a booster pack almost of cards.
Yeah.
I would say that's the best thing to compare it to. And you might get some rare cards, you might not, but they cost money, and you have to spend your own money to buy these. And a lot of these games are more cosmetic, like Overwatch. They're kind of more cosmetic loot boxes.
Yeah, I think that if it's going to be purely cosmetic, I have no moral obligation to that because it's a purely optional
Mhm.
thing. If you don't, I've never spent a dime in any Blizzard property because they're really good about just having, having their games to where you're still able to get loot boxes and stuff, like in Hearthstone.
Mm-hmm.
You can just as easily, collect.
Yeah.
Oh, not just as easily, but you can collect all the cards and stuff just through playing a ton. And then with Overwatch, they don't even make any difference in game, so it's purely optional. And so that's a good way of doing loot boxes. Make some extra cash for the company, and nobody has an advantage because they spent money.
And I guess it's the better option, I guess, in their minds to raising the price of games.
Right.
Because I think that's what's kind of happening is that games are becoming more and more expensive to make, and they're getting cheaper as far as like retail.
Right.
And they need to offset that price, and so they got these loot boxes. And I'm with you, cosmetically it's fine.
Yeah.
But I think the problem goes into, and sort of with Shadow of Mordor or Shadow of War. Mordor was the first one. Shadow of Mordor was the first game, then Shadow of War is the sequel.
Yes.
Where it's sort of pay to win. And I guess the last part of that game, you have to buy loot boxes unless you, if you don't want to just grind. Like grind and grind and grind. So that's been an issue because it's pay to win, and also these loot boxes are they're kind of tapping that gambler sort of trigger people might have, and if you're having a gambling addiction, that's probably not great. The MPAA actually today they said that loot boxes are not gambling because technically it's like a booster pack, but it still has that same
like
kind
the
of
MPAA.
Yeah. Not the MPAA. I'm sorry. The
ESRB?
MPAA? Yeah, ESRB. I don't know why I said MPAA.
I know why, because you got Super Films Cast on the mind.
I always have Super Films Cast on the mind. I do.
It's okay.
I'm sorry about that. Austin, Adam, Spencer, Gina.
Oh, is Gina Reg now?
No, she's not. She doesn't like me. She doesn't ever want to come on anymore. I must have scared her off.
You probably did.
Yeah. I'm a scary guy.
Yeah.
So I guess Shadow of Mordor or Shadow of War, they have kind of play to win, like, which is not good. And then
it's bullshit.
You have games, I guess.
I mean, that's basically.
Well, you have a Star Wars Battlefront. They have crates to build up characters, so another kind of pay to win.
Oh, can you pay to win? Like, can you get like a porg?
You want a porg?
Yeah, can you pay for?
You
porg?
might have porgs.
Dude, I love porg.
Do you love the porgs now?
Dude, I'm way in on porg.
Dude, porgs might be racist, dude. You don't know about porgs.
To whom?
You saw one porg in the trailer. You don't know that porg's backstory. They might be a terrorist.
That is true.
You know? That's what I don't get when people... Well, I guess I get it. It's fine. But it's just funny when people will learn about a character and then start like cosplaying as a character. They don't even know who the character is yet. It's from like a game or a movie that's unreleased. You have no clue of the backstory, but they'll like dress up as the character and cosplay as the character. And
so you're saying you have a problem with me cosplaying as porg?
No, because I think that's adorable, Austin. I think you would be an
He's
adorable
so
porg.
Cute.
He's so cute. He's gonna sell so many toys.
That's the idea.
So many. That's the thing about Star Wars. That one of the kind of gross things about it is any little creature you see, you know, they're kind of doing that for money.
Like Jar Jar.
You like Jar Jar Binks, the most racist character in Star Wars.
Yeah, that actually is a racist. Well, besides maybe Watto.
What was Watto?
He was a straight up Jewish stereotype.
Oh, yeah,
he had his little hat on and his.
I know. I'm kidding.
His beard.
He did have the braids, kind of.
Yeah.
Annie.
He's really cheap.
I've been so good to your mother, Annie. Give me 3 credits. Your Jedi tricks won't work on me.
No, they won't.
Annie. He was a Jewish stereotype.
Yeah.
It offended me.
I don't think Qui-Gon Jinn was an actual Jedi.
Yeah, I know that theory already. But this isn't Films Cast, Austin.
That's
this
true.
Is
well, no, we're
Gamescast.
talking about Knights of the Old Republic.
No, Star Wars Battlefront 2. But I guess... And these things will never go away because companies are making so much money on these loot boxes.
Yep. Because it's like we were talking about earlier. It's like you can... freemium and stuff where you could pay to get things was an okay model because it was like, hey, you can pay us 300 coins and be guaranteed to get this sword. We'll just give it to you. Now it's, hey, pay her 300 coins and you can have the chance to get this sword.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fun. Who knows what you'll get? You should just keep buying them. Maybe you'll get that sword eventually.
So, I don't know how they correct this. Maybe I say just not making it. First of all, the loot boxes should be cosmetics only.
Yeah.
No play to win. I think when you buy a $60 game, you shouldn't be paying more money to actually complete the game.
Yeah.
And also maybe even a warning, or for people, who might have addictive tendencies
Mm-hmm.
to gambling, to say, hey, this game has transactions, so watch out for that.
Or maybe 2 versions of the game. You can pay full price and have everything, or you can
That's a
pay
good idea too.
$20 and you can get a bunch of unlocks.
Or you have a $80 version that has all the unlocks.
Yeah.
I guess they do that with DLC, but maybe even a more expensive one. Hey, you'll have all this currency and you can buy all this stuff. And I think people would buy that, an extra $80 if they really want the game. They already have like special editions that cost a lot more, and people will buy them. So that's good. That's a good idea too. And maybe even just having a currency counter of how much money you've spent, because I've definitely done that with. I did that with MLB The Show. I was buying stats from a player.
Buying stats.
Yeah, bro. I was buying little points so I could build up my pitcher because I didn't want to play it for a year.
Is that like the PEDs of MLB The Show?
Yeah, pretty much. And I spent kind of way too much money on that. And then I kind of did it for Fallout Shelter on my mobile phone.
You know Zach?
With the
With
Q?
a Q?
Yeah.
His little brother, who's an accident brother.
Oh, no.
He turned 16 today.
Yeah, happy
Or
birthday.
yesterday or something.
Happy belated birthday.
He spent...
Is his name Cody with a K?
No. So everyone in the family, you got Zach, Zane, Zeke. And their
Zane?
Yep, their animals are Zeus, Zila,
Is that why Adam
Zushka.
had the snap tip this morning of happy birthday, Zeke?
Yep,
Oh.
Zeke 16th.
Nice. Did you guys party?
Did we party? No.
You didn't have a big bash?
No Zeke bash. But Zeke loves to play FIFA,
Yeah.
and he would take the credit card, or he had the number memorized or something, and he would just buy packs all day.
Rack up that.
He
that
was a bad
money.
boy.
Yeah, he sounds like a bad kid. Bad boys.
He's a real
boys.
piece of shit.
Well, that's not nice. It's not a nice thing to say.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry, Zeke.
Yeah, you should say sorry. So, Wolfenstein 2, we talked about that earlier.
Yeah.
They're kind of in somewhat hot water. Not hot water, but I guess now it's a controversy that there's Nazis in the game.
Well, it's
You
just
know?
leftist propaganda. They're putting in this Nazi killing business just to appease the liberal sentiment.
Yeah.
They're
yeah,
a good,
yeah.
hardworking Nazi
No,
Americans,
there are.
Trey.
Some of them aren't that bad, right?
Yeah.
So, that's weird.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
And that's all good. And Pete, I want to say Pete, I'm looking up this thing here. Hold on. I found this. So this article, it says, Bethesda's Pete Hines defends Wolfenstein 2's anti-Nazi approach. Not worried about being on the right side of history here. I want to find the quote here. He says, Wolfenstein has been a decidedly anti-Nazi series since the first release more than 20 years
Decidedly.
ago. We aren't going to shy away from what the game is about. We don't feel it's a reach for us to say Nazis are bad and un-American, and we're not worried about being on the right side of history here. This is our game. This is what our game is about. It's what this franchise has always been about. We aren't afraid to embrace what BJ stands for and what Wolfenstein represents. When it comes to Nazis, you can put us down in the against column. So that's what he said. According to Hines, Bethesda doesn't make games to express specific political statements, and he finds it disturbing that some are considering this to be the case. At the time, none of us expected that the game would be seen as a comment on current issues, but here we are. Bethesda doesn't develop games to make specific statements or incite political discussions. We make games that we think are fun, meaningful, and immersive for a mature audience.
If you think that anti-Nazi stances are political statements, then you're probably a Nazi sympathizer.
Sure.
Whether you realize it or
Yes.
not. If you have a problem with people being anti-Nazi, you probably have some deep-seated Nazism down
Now,
in your balls.
I agree with you. The thing is, though, Wolfenstein has now they're doing a campaign that says "Make America Nazi Free Again," an obvious, reference to Donald Trump's great slogan. Yeah. So Pete Hines is trying to have his cake and eat it too. He's saying we're not trying to make a political statement, but then in the advertising, they are making a political statement with it. It's choose a side on that maybe.
But when your political side has a considerable proportion of neo-Nazis behind it, I think it's probably not controversial to make that statement.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. And this might get into a weird argument about just, I don't know, not all Trump supporters are Nazis, and not all Hillary supporters are godless libs, or you don't want to alienate your audience,
right.
And there are definitely, there are millions of good people that voted for Trump. Not everyone's marching on the streets with the Nazi armband.
But what is the political statement? Even though they're using the "Make America Nazi Free Again."
I think it could be, implied saying that all Trump supporters are Nazis.
But I think that if someone is going to make an absolute like that, I don't think they're making a very
no, they're not thinking rationally.
Yeah, they're not making a very critical or comprehensive.
I mean, that's fine for them to say if they're trying to make this game political, which is fine. Do that.
Like the new Far Cry, that for sure has a political message behind it.
Even though they're saying it's just a cult. Right. They're kind of backing away.
There clearly is a political message.
Yes, there is clearly a political message.
I don't think taking a slight joke at, hey, not all Trump supporters are Nazis, but I'll bet you a majority of neo-Nazis in America
100%.
are Trump supporters.
Yeah, I 100%. But I think that they should go one way or the other. They should either make a stand or don't, because Pete Hines says we're not here to make a political statement, and then they kind of did with their marketing. So it's just a little weird. It's even weird that we're talking about that, like freaking Nazis, man.
Yeah.
I mean, these are and this isn't like calling a Republican a Nazi. This is like they are on the streets with armbands.
There's actual Nazis out now.
They're actual. In the game, they're actual Nazis.
Well,
they're actual Nazi
too.
Germany Nazis.
It's a game where Nazis have taken over America.
Yes, just like today. So yeah, it's just weird because Wolfenstein's been around for 20 years.
Yeah.
Killing Nazis, that's like as American as apple pie.
Yeah, is there anything more un-American than a Nazi?
Yes, they are un-American. No one likes a Nazi. Like Nazis are like zombies for killing. We had Nazi zombies. Is Nazi zombies political now?
It's just leftist propaganda, man.
Yeah, I guess so, Austin. I guess so. You got anything else to add to that?
No, just please don't be a Nazi.
Don't be a Nazi.
They were not good people.
They weren't good people. They'd put Austin away if they were here today.
I mean, I don't like what they did, but I respect how they did it. They know how to get things done.
Okay. Next story. The SNES Classic is back in stock at GameStop and Think Geek this week. So beginning today, October 10th. Ooh, I got the story a while ago. GameStop and Think Geek retail locations will begin receiving shipments of the micro console.
Yep.
GameStop stores should have their full alignment by Thursday, October 12th.
Yep.
At the latest, according to a statement shared with GameStop. So if you haven't gotten the SNES Classic yet, be on the lookout. It's going to be around.
It's coming.
It is coming. Well, it's been here. Have you been playing much of it?
No.
Not at all?
Nope, because I've been playing Stardew Valley.
Man, you love that Stardew Valley, bro.
And I've just been busy as shit, okay?
What have you been doing?
When winter rolls around and I'm inside more, it'll be a little better.
You ready for Super Mario Odyssey?
Dude, I'm psyched.
What's your game plan the rest of the year for games?
Do this till I've basically gotten everything in the game.
Yeah.
Finish Mario. And you know what? I might just take it easy the rest of the year.
Really?
Yeah, get refreshed for the new year.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming up soon. New Year's right around the corner.
New year, new you. You know that?
Exactly. You ever heard of that?
I did. I say that every year. What are we doing for New Year's Eve?
Nothing's happening.
Nothing's happening?
Yeah, we're just gonna stay in. So don't text me or call me or anything on that day.
I won't.
Thanks, Trey.
Can we get under the mistletoe?
That'll be long gone. That'll have rotted away. Did you know that mistletoe is like free cancer?
Tree cancer?
It's like a disease for trees.
Really?
It would be like trees kissing under like
A tumor?
psoriasis. Yeah, or like a tumor.
Soroy?
Yeah. Psoriasis
Isn't it funny
is
that
what
Soroy's name sounds so much like psoriasis?
Yes, it is.
It's kind of funny.
I think so.
Oh, but.
Just a
So,
little bit.
just a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
No, I mean.
You know what I mean? We got video game releases coming out. So from
Oh, yeah?
tomorrow, or I guess today, till next Thursday, we're going to do a little video game release list, man.
Lay it on me, brother.
All right. Evil Within 2 coming Friday the 13th.
Whoa!
Ooh.
Shit, that's tomorrow.
We should have done our favorite spookiest games. Didn't we do that last year?
Yeah.
That's the one thing that sucks about podcasts is doing like theme casts.
Yeah, we ran out of segments.
Yeah, we've already run out of segments. I mean,
cancel this
Jesus.
whole thing.
It's a shit show.
Sorry, you guys. Bye.
Bye. See you guys. So, Evil Within 2 is coming out on Friday the 13th. So, it'll be out by the time you hear this.
Yep.
Go buy it.
Unless someone listens tonight.
Well, no, it's already Friday.
Well,
Yeah.
oh, shit.
Yeah. WWE 2K18 is coming out on Friday as well. That is for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. I know that there's a Switch version coming out.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You know
there
who's excited
is.
about that?
You?
Our good boy, Kurt.
Oh,
He
Kurt.
is way into wrestling.
Kurt's into wrestling?
Oh, yeah.
He should have been here tonight.
Yeah.
Why didn't you invite him?
I forgot.
Why did you forget about Kurt?
Because he's always out with happy hours with Vietnamese people.
Vietnamese?
He hangs out with a lot of Indian people and Korean
That's
people and
racist.
Vietnamese people.
Gran Turismo Sport comes out Tuesday, October 17th. You interested in that?
No, I've
No.
never been a fan of realistic driving.
NBA 2K18 Physical out for the Swatch, October 17th. That's physical.
Few days.
South Park Fractured Butthole coming out Tuesday, October 17th. That comes to the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Windows PC. I don't know if I'm going to play it automatically. I really, really liked Stick of Truth.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not feeling this right now.
Yeah. Is it
Yeah.
basically the same game?
I think it's revamped. Like
Yeah.
the systems are better and there's more stuff. But yeah, kind of the same RPG kind of game, but with superheroes this time around instead of like medieval Lord of the Rings
Yeah.
kind of thing, or Game of Thrones now.
Oh, nobody does.
Dude,
Lord of the
it's
Rings.
so crazy now. Like everything that has to do with medieval, they compare it to. So there's a commercial for Shakespeare in the Park on the station, and it was kind of just whatever. Last few years, it was just Shakespeare in the Park, and now it's like Game of Thrones. Shakespeare's like Game of Thrones. It's like God, Jesus.
I don't get it. It's a good show, but it's
Yes.
not like. Do people like it just because of the titties?
Tedders and the violence.
The titty.
Tatters. Anyway, we do have a Game of Thrones show on this podcast network. I
We
like
do.
Game of Thrones. I do enjoy Game of Thrones. It's just I find it crazy how popular it is.
Yeah.
What else do we got here? I think that's it. I think that's it for this next week. We do have, in I think 2 weeks, we got Mario Odyssey, Wolfenstein 2, and Assassin's Creed Unity. coming out. Origins, whatever. It's all. This one looks cool. I'm not going to buy it, but it looks cool. I
That's
don't have the
kind of-
money.
That
I'm
could just
trying to
be
save my
the-
money.
That could be the tagline for Assassin's Creed.
It could be the tagline for this podcast. This looks
It looks
cool,
cool,
but I'm not
I'm
going
not
to
gonna
buy it.
buy it.
Yeah, that's pretty much the mantra of the podcast. Is it looks cool.
Yep.
You ready for the few Twitter questions we got?
Yeah. Sending these out too late.
Yeah, I am. I was thinking about it right when I went into improv, and I just forgot.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Ben Lucert at generic handle _ asks, over the course of your life, what game do you think you've invested the most hours in?
Honestly, probably Minecraft.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just a game you can get lost in and play with friends and stuff. Like, I'd say,
Like throughout your lifetime, from like a little mini Austin, little kid Austin.
Yeah, probably. 'Cause
Running around causing havoc.
like I'd say maybe Pokemon is in second,
Yeah.
but you play through that and you finish it and you put it back down. But like Minecraft never.
Man, I played through
stops.
Pokemon so many times. Might have been Pokemon for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's up there in mine is probably Mario Sunshine. I spent
Really?
so much time on that.
Maybe Mario 64 for me.
Civ is way up there too.
Yeah.
I've spent hundreds of hours according to Steam. Yep.
Maybe Mario or maybe Super Smash Bros.
Yeah.
That's another one. I don't know. Yeah, it's
Fuck it.
Fuck it. At Peridactyl Show asks, this might be a question for you. What do you guys think of Dungeons and Dragons? Have y'all played it before? If not, is it something you'd be interested in?
Yeah, we have a group that plays it, and it doesn't include Trey.
No, I'm
And,
uninvited to that.
Yeah, that's correct.
Even though it's all the casts,
Yeah.
but they play it without me.
We play about twice a month.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Uh-huh.
It's very tedious, and Zach, who's our dungeon master, has to do a ton of work beforehand. It's basically just an analog Skyrim, like an analog
I know what it is.
video game.
I know what it is.
I'm explaining
bruh.
for our listeners,
God.
Trey.
Okay, explain to the listener.
You basically, the dungeon master is basically the game engine who kind of decides what happens to the characters and stuff, and then you make decisions of, oh, I'm gonna go in this cave, and then he'll say, oh, there's a goblin in here, and then you fight, and it's a lot of fun, but it's not something you can just jump into. You have to find somebody who is a trained dungeon master, basically.
How long have you guys gone for? Or I guess, so who is it? It's you, Adam, Spencer.
Me, Spencer, Zach, and that's pretty much the regular crew. It used to be Adam a lot more before his new job.
Yeah.
And then this guy named Kelby. Oh, and another guy named Zach Burns. It's the whole college crew getting back together for
Sure.
nerding out.
The whole, what do you call yourselves, Fat Boy crew?
Yeah, 4 fat boys.
Yeah,
3 fat
that's the
boys,
whole
whatever.
crew.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how long has your game gone for?
So you play different campaigns. This
Mhm.
current campaign we're on has lasted about 5 or 6 sessions.
Mm-hmm.
We're probably a session or 2 away from completing this one. So
Cool.
Yeah.
I'd like to, I don't want to barge into it, but if you guys have an opening,
yeah, I'll let you know. You can make a character, and
Yeah.
you can do some slashing.
I want
Or
to do
some magic.
slash and magic. What time do you do it usually? I don't know if I can even do it.
7 to 11 on weekdays is usually our.
Ooh, so I might have to not do it.
We'll see.
Okay.
You know, maybe you could do it on a stars night where you don't go until 11.
Yeah, well, that might not happen anymore
Are you gonna be doing all the stars?
because of I don't know. I might have to do the late night ones.
That's
Maybe I shouldn't say that on a podcast.
Well, just take all this out.
Yeah, just take it
in
all
case.
out.
In case our one listener happens to be Dan Bennett. this week.
Or Cat or Killer. I don't think any of them listen. I'd be surprised if anyone at the station listens. I'd be really surprised.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's the podcast for today. I see that Austin is.
We're not doing. Wait, was that our only Twitter question?
Yeah, those are only 2 Twitter questions. We're done. We are done with the podcast.
Well, all right.
Yeah, this was a short one. Though we went almost an hour. This isn't our shortest podcast, but it's a short one. It's on the short spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
Austin, anything else you want to say?
Muck is on the ticket.
Well, thanks for everyone for listening. That didn't make sense. Thank you all for listening to the Super GamesCast 64 podcast. If you like what you heard, please leave
Like
a
and subscribe.
comment.
Hey, smash that
subscribe.
button.
What was the genesis of that video that Spencer put on Instagram? He was like,
so-
smash that button.
So Zach's brother, who we were talking about earlier, did a live video on Instagram, and it was just nothing. It was just like him in his dark room just going, hey, man, what's up? Like, when people would come in, like, hey, Joseph, what's up? And so Spencer got on and just put it as close to his face as he could and just said unintelligible stuff into it, and then started snorting really loudly. So we all watched live, and the whole room was filled with snorts. So we held them up to his phone and then just made this awful looping sound. And
it's great. It's fun.
yeah,
Sounds
fun.
awesome.
That's Sleepy Spencer.
Yeah,
The most fun Spencer.
I bet. Seems like he's a funny guy. I like
Mhm.
Spencer a lot. He's a good dude.
Yeah.
Good kid.
Good
The
fella.
the second or third member of Super Films Cast 64 now, right?
Yeah, it's true.
I think he's an official member. He might be an
I'd say
official member.
so.
Yeah. We need to get an official third host. It's not going to happen though, probably.
Connor.
Get Zach with the Q. I just want to make this.
He's got too much shit to do.
Okay. Connor has a lot of shit to do too.
Like what?
I don't know.
Name 10 things he has to do.
I can't.
Exactly.
Yeah, I can't.
Chump bro.
Not getting a haircut, that's for sure.
Maybe because
Anyway.
he's so busy.
Yeah. That is Super GamesCast 64 for this week. Please smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Tell us what you think. My Twitter handle is at CrayTreyVids. Austin, where can they find you in the world?
I'm at Helen Smeller on Twitter. I'm Austin at supercast64.com. I also bought spiderprovider.com the other day.
Okay.
So just find me out in the world.
Out in the world.
I'll be around.
You can also find this on YouTube, this podcast. Just look up Super Films Cast 64 and Super Games Cast 64 on YouTube. Please subscribe and like every video, all the videos on there. I'm done uploading. Everything should be up. Everything should be there. So please subscribe to that. Subscribe to my personal YouTube channel, CrayTrey1310, or just look up CrayTrey. I think it's just CrayTrey, whatever. Yeah, thanks again for listening. Tell us what you think. Please leave a comment on iTunes. I'm telling you to do a lot of things.
I'll say.
Yeah, it's a lot of information.
You don't have to do it.
You don't have to. You really don't.
It'd be nice.
Maybe just give me your account information and I can do it for you.
There
How about
you
that?
go.
And just make up fake accounts. Anyway, Austin, thank you.
Bye, Trey.
It's called a road, it's called a rainbow road. It is a road that you go. It's a road, it's called a rainbow road. And we will know when you get there. It's called a road, it's called a rainbow road. It is a road that you go. It's a road that you go when you die. It's a road called Rainbow Road. It's a road we're all gonna go. It's a road called Rainbow Road. It's got Princess Peach, Mario, and Toad. It's a road called Rainbow Road. It's a road we're all gonna go. It's Rainbow Road. It's where you go when you die. It's Rainbow Road. I'm with you again, Uncle. It's Rainbow Road, it's where you go when you die. It's Rainbow Road. I miss you again, Uncle. Oh, Rainbow Road. Where did you learn the song? It's called a road, it's called a Rainbow Road. It is a road that you go. It's called a road, it's called a Rainbow Road.
What's that song from?
And you will.
Rainbow Road. I mean.